Hi, everyone. This is Michelle Gramoglia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond, and this is my weekly update for a Tuesday. I'm sorry that I was not here last week for the weekly update, but I was working remotely out of the office, but here I am for today. I'm going to go through a few calendar related items and then some update type things. I will be in the office this week, today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And then some summertime items start to take over my calendar. We've got a lot of baseball tournaments and things like that. If you do want to get onto my calendar at all for the summer, and then of course, as we go through the rest of the year and so forth, you can always do so through my assistant, Crystal. Crystal works on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And you can also check with concierge at any time. Most importantly, today we have our first monthly summer ice cream social to benefit our partnership with the Alzheimer's Association. That ice cream social is going to go today from 1 until 3. I would recommend not everybody coming at 1 o'clock because, of course, the lines will be the longest, probably at 1. But you will get to customize an ice cream sundae. The cost of the ice cream social is $6 per person, with $3 per person going to the Alzheimer's Association. That is a fantastic proceed. So 50% of the cost will go to the Alzheimer's Association. If you did not see the explanation as to why we decided to partner with the Alzheimer's Association as sort of our flagship or primary not-for-profit fundraising and volunteer opportunity partnership, I wrote it up in the Chanticleer, I think 2 weeks ago. I would encourage you to look at that. It's really important that we do sort of community outreach and partnerships. We, of course, do other partnerships and things like that, but the Alzheimer's Association is really fundamentally important to Woodland Pond because memory disorders do impact our community in a way that other disease processes really just don't in such a pervasive way. So I will cover this more in other venues, but I would encourage you to take a look at that version of the Chanticleer, which again came out 2 weeks ago, to understand a bit more about why the Alzheimer's Association. But for today, it's why ice cream, and that is going to happen in the courtyard between 1 and 3. Again, that will be $6, which really is frankly a great price. My daughter works in a local ice cream shop. You cannot get a sundae for $6. And really $3 of that is going to go towards our 2023 fundraising goal for the Alzheimer's Association. That will either go on your decline if you are a resident or an employee with a decline, or will, if you're an employee, will go can go through a payroll deduction. There will also be music, games, and some raffles going on. So between 1 and 3 in the courtyard today. Some other calendar type items. Today at 2 o'clock in the PAC, there is going to be a fantastic presentation by Caitlin Murray, who is the niece of Mary Jo Murray, one of our wellness RNs here in Independent Living. And she's going to be putting on a presentation called La Vie après l'amour, Life After Love. And this is a company that she created that gives used clothing new life, and how she prevents those pieces of used clothing from becoming part of our landfills. Really quintessential stuff from the Sustainability Committee, or SUSCOM. So after you get your ice cream, maybe you head over to the PAC at 2 p.m. to learn about what Caitlin and her company are doing. Then at 5:15 today in the PAC, we have a student music recital, which had been postponed from last Friday, with the piano and flute students of Debbie Galino, and they will be performing a classical and pop repertoire. These students range from ages 9 to 17 years old, and refreshments will follow this program. So if you didn't get your fill of ice cream, you can receive some refreshments after this program. And I hope that you do come and enjoy the performance of these children. They have been working very hard to prepare for their performance tonight. On Friday at 3 p.m. in the PAC, we have Roses and Nightingales. The guitarist Bonnie Check Meadow and mezzo-soprano Judith Kerman will perform songs from the Sephardic Jew tradition, sung in Ladino, a variant of Spanish. This is a reminder that the Friday Shalom Space session will take place in the PAC immediately following this concert. So we hope that you can join this Friday at 3 p.m. in the PAC for that concert as well. So some really good stuff going on campus this week. One item of note, tomorrow you will see on campus all of our board members here from their various places where they usually are working, or a couple are retired, but most of our board members still work. We do have our annual board meeting and annual retreat is happening. This is the first time that we will have it in person here on campus since before COVID. So 2019 is the last time that we had the retreat in person. And that will happen tomorrow in the classroom starting around 12:30. It is an annual board meeting, and then the retreat will be comprised of a number of sessions. Then there is a cocktail hour and a dinner. So you will see the board members here. If you're not familiar with who our board members are, you can see their biographies on our website. And I always like to take an opportunity to remind you of this, but our board minutes and lots of board materials, including our strategic plan, audited financial statements, lots of things can be found right there in our library here on campus. So we do like to be very transparent, and you can find those things in the library. You can feel free to keep up to date as to what the board is up to by reading those materials in the library. But yes, tomorrow you will see the board members on campus. And next Wednesday, the Residence Council, Tom Gilder, has put together a fantastic presentation. I've had a sneak peek of it, all about the role and responsibilities and the composition of our board of directors. So if you don't get a chance to look at the website or the materials in the library, you can attend that session in the PAC next Wednesday, the 28th. Let's see if I can find out what time it's at by looking at my trusty calendar. That's going to be at 3 p.m. next Wednesday, the 28th. I would not miss this one. A lot of you are curious about what the board does, who sits on the board. Tom's presentation, the Residence Council presentation for all of you, is going to be very instructive, and it's going to give you really a great educational session on what the board of directors does here at the community. So I would definitely mark your calendars for that one. Cameron has asked me to make sure that all of you that might be interested in possibly saving money on your cellular plan by Woodland Pond possibly offering a bulk rate cellular plan through Verizon, do sign up at Concierge with your interest. Again, this is not signing you up for a plan. It's with your interest of learning more about what a bulk rate plan might look like for you. So this is typically for someone that's not currently on a family plan. So if you're an individual that has a Verizon cellular plan right now, and you're interested in learning more about what a bulk rate cellular plan through Verizon might cost you in terms of savings, please sign up with Concierge. Okay, and the last thing that I wanted to mention, this is very exciting. Oh, two more things. I'm sorry. Two more things. Next Thursday night, one of the highlights of the calendar for many residents here at the community is the local Bruderhof community at Woodcrest in Riften. All residents that can safely attend this dinner are invited to a dinner at the Bruderhof community at Woodcrest in Riften. This community is located maybe 10 miles away from here. Transportation is provided. It's a complimentary dinner. The community is beautiful, and these folks invite all of our Woodland Pond residents to attend an evening of food that they provide. There is a reception in advance with live music. It's wonderful music. There are typically wine, beverages, refreshments provided ahead of time. And then there's a beautiful sit-down dinner, again with live music and entertainment following the dinner and fellowship. It's usually somehow the weather gods always cooperate, and it's a beautiful evening. I would highly encourage those of you that have not attended this evening at the Woodcrest community to speak to the residents that have been here for a number of years about their experiences at this particular evening dinner, and consider signing up. You do need to sign up with concierge for this complimentary dinner out, but I would not miss this if I were you. So please do sign up with concierge for the Bruderhof dinner if you can. Again, all residents are invited, and that we can make handicap accessible arrangements for transportation as well. So again, that is the 29th, Thursday night, and departure is at 4 p.m. Usually everyone is back to the community around 8 or 8:30, just to give you a sense of the timing. Okay, the last thing that I will mention, and this is a phenomenon that's been new, I'd say, in the last couple of years. We have partnered with a company called Ultimate Fundraising to create a custom, and this is the first year we've done a custom discount card. In years past, we've done a strictly New Paltz card, but this year we've done a custom Woodland Pond card. And this card is being sold at concierge. They arrived today. The amount of the card is $15. And you can purchase this, and this will be billed to your monthly service fee for July. Again, it's good for a year, so it expires on June 10th of 2024. And this provides to you really significant discounts at some of your favorite places, and I'll give you some of the highlights. So lots of places here in New Paltz, including Dedrick's here on campus. The Dedrick's discount is, where is it? It's a 10% discount at Dedrick's. You can use it here on the one here on campus or the one in town. That excludes prescriptions though, because prescriptions are regulated, but you can use it as a 10% discount store-wide, which is substantial. And again, it's good for a year. So you'll easily make back your $15 purchase price for the card if you go into Dedrick's a couple times a week. But it also includes a really nice discount at Pegasus Shoes. Let's see if I can find that one. That's 10% off your entire purchase at Pegasus, including sale price items. So if you go into Pegasus and you need footwear, that's an extremely generous discount. Russo's Deli is 10% off the entire check. Adams, all of the locations of Adams locally, $10 off $100, 10% off Labella's, 10% off Ottavala, 10% off Main Course, 10% off True Value, 10% off McGillicuddy's at Freihofer's, 15% off at Inquiring Minds on any one item, and the list goes on and on. We have added several items in local places that folks like to go to. CJ's in Rhinebeck, 10% off the entire check. Montano Shoe Store in Saugerties, I know, is a fan favorite. That one is now on this card for the first time. And that one is $10 off a $75 purchase. That's a great deal. We've got Dairy Queen on here. I know lots of Dairy Queen lovers out there. That's the Hudson Valley locations. Lots of different new places on here. So we hope you enjoy this. The fundraiser actually goes to our Woodland Cares Fund. So it always has. The Woodland Cares Fund is a fund that actually supports employees in need of emergency assistance. That fund has been in effect for many years, but really came in handy for staff during COVID, particularly staff that had members of their household that maybe didn't work or lost their jobs during COVID, when maybe the restaurants they work in closed or something like that. But it provides emergency assistance. There's an application process. There's a committee of staff that review those applications, but the proceeds of this go to that fund. So you win by getting a discount on all of these different places, and you can use the card as much as you want. There's no limit on how many times you use it in the year, but you pay the $15. The cost of the card is $7.50. That's how much we paid for them, but the $7.50 profit, so to speak, per card goes to the Woodland Cares Fund. And then those employees that have an emergency need for a heating bill, or something happens with their vehicle and they need assistance, the proceeds of the sale of the cards goes to the Woodland Cares Fund. So those cards are for sale now at Concierge, and again will be billed to your July monthly service fee bill. So we hope you enjoy those cards. Obviously, these are optional, but again, if you shop in Dedrick's, or you go to Pegasus, or you go to the Fryhoffers on the corner, I think the $15 will pay itself back pretty quickly there. So we hope you enjoy those. And I'm around all week if anybody needs anything. Thanks so much. Bye.